Hello everyone and welcome to Cherub Teaching Center. Today I'm going to train you on MS Excel basics. That means Microsoft Excel. Now in this Excel, I will be telling you about the tab which is there in the Excel sheet and the various options. Along with that, I'm going to train you on the various commands today. Okay, so let's start over. My name is Poonam and I'm a Microsoft certified educator. So I'll take you quickly to the Excel sheet. Okay, give me 1 minute. So this is how the Excel sheet looks like, people. So in this Excel sheet, once you will be opening it up, okay, so in Excel you have these tabs on the top like File, Home, Insert, Page Layout, Formula, Data, Review, View and Help. And these are the these are the cells in which we are going to punch in our entry. So whenever we are going to open an Excel sheet, people, there are going to be columns and they are going to be rows. So in an Excel sheet, always the columns are going to be in the alphabet. So you can see these things. These are called as columns and they are in alphabet format. However, if I talk about the rows, rows are in number format. And these specific rectangular boxes that you see across the entire Excel sheet, this is called as a cell. Okay, and these where I'm hovering my mouse near to the bottom, it is called as sheet tabs, where I would be taking you through one by one today. Now today our main focus is going to be on the Home tab only, as I'm starting with the basics, and slowly and steadily in my further sessions to come I will be taking you through the other tabs as well. Okay, so in the Home tab, as you can see, these are the various options which are available. So these options that you see, this is in order to change the font style and the font size of the content. So just for practice today, because I'm going to show you the demo also, I have made an entry over here. Yeah, so you can see that these are the various, this is the list of the students that you see in front of you. Along with that, I have 4 tests: test 1, test 2, test 3 and test 4. Okay, and before I take you to the sum function, please always remember that once you will be entering your data in an Excel sheet, most probably it is going to be towards the left alignment. So you can see if I'm putting I'm clicking on this cell, it is on the left side of it. But when you're going to make a table out of it, because this data is there with me and I want to create a table, I would be selecting the entire data which is there. Always it has to be center aligned. Plus my heading, I need it in a different color. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight my heading and then I'm going to select it from here. So this option is for the fill color. I mean, this is going to fill the cell. However, right next to it where you see the A thing, this is for changing the color of the text. So since I need the heading to be in a different color, what I've done is I have selected this heading and then I've made the changes in the color from there. Okay, and now I would like my table to look in a better format, so I would be selecting the entire data which is there in front of me. I'll go over here where it is given the table and then I'm going to go and put in the data entry over here. So these are the various entries which is there available. Okay, and in case if I want my heading to be in bold, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the heading and then I'm going to click bold from here. So as of now, people, you can see that this entire data which is present over here, it is in the font style Calibri. However, you can always change your font heading style from here. Okay, so if you want to change the font style, you can do it from here, and if you want to change the font size, that could be done from here also. Okay, these things that you see, this is for the alignment, left alignment, center alignment, right alignment. However, if I talk about this, this is for the middle align, top align, and this is for the bottom align altogether. Okay, and wrap text, I'm going to do it when the data is present in 2 cells. Okay, and I would like to wrap it up and the content is huge. Okay, so let's say if I write down a sentence over here, my cat is brown in color. Okay, so if this is my data, now what is exactly happening is it's going out. Okay, because it's not fitting it properly. So what I would be doing is I would be selecting over here and then I can do the wrap text. You can see that the entire context or entire content is wrapped up in one particular cell altogether. Yeah, okay, and merge and center is going to be in case you have written the things, let's say this is the table and these are the various cells. As of now you can see all the cells, and if I want to merge them, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all the cells and I'm going to do the merge in the center thing, and then I can put the heading over here like table. Okay, so this is what the merge in the center does. Okay, the merge in the center is going to fuse or merge the the cells which is there, and you can use it for creation of the main heading altogether, and I would be giving it a different color altogether. Yeah, so this thing that you see it over here, people, this is when I would like to do the changes to my data, as I would like to convert it into a number, currency, and percentage, also fraction, or any scientific figure altogether. And this is for conditional formatting, which I would be taking you into the further sessions to come. However, today, as I've said, basically we are going to focus on, as I've said, that this is the font style, this is the font size, and I can change the font style to bold, italics, or underline. This is for making the table bold, and this is the fill color option, this is the text color, and this is the alignment option. As you see, the left alignment, center, and the right alignment all together. And if I talk about, this is when you want to do the alignment towards the top, in the middle, and towards the bottom. And if you want to wrap the text, I mean, if my sentence or the content is huge and I would like to wrap it up in one specific cell, then I can use it as a wrap text option. Merge in center is when I would like to fuse or merge more than one cell, then I can use it this particular option. So let's start quickly. I'm going to take you to the basics function altogether, and as I've already said, in our Excel sheet, whenever I'm going to do an entry, that is going to be a combination of a column and the row. The columns are always going to be in alphabets and the rows are always going to be in number. So as of now, when I have clicked on this cell, people, as you can see where I'm hovering my mouse, here you can say that this cell is coming to be as N10. Now let me show you how it is calculated. NY because it's in the N column, and Y10 because it's in the 10th row. So this is how the cell name is decided. Okay, and in order to calculate the sum, because in your daily life, if you have a lot of data in front of you and you would like to add it up, there is no need for you to use a calculator. We can use the Excel in order to add up the content altogether. So what you will be doing is, in order to go and calculate the sum, there is a function which is added to it, a formula. In Excel, any formula is going to start from is equal to. So what you have to do is, you will be pressing is equal to. I am going to tell you a shortcut today. Either you can type in the word sum and then you can go through it, or else you can see on the extreme left hand top, can you see these various functions, the sum? So you will be selecting sum from here. Okay, and now this is the range which is going to pop up in front of you. Now what I need to do is, I would be selecting the range, so I need the range from, you can see that the moment I have selected this cell, it has become activated and there are green lines which are running across. I would like my data to start from 11 and it is going to end up till test 4. So it is J10 till M10. How J10? Because it's lying in the J column and it's lying in the 10th row, and then the colon in between that you people see, colon represents a range. So I'm going to do a sum in a range starting from J10 and ending till M10, and then simply you people have to select enter from the keyboard. So the moment you select enter, people, you can see that there is an entry. So this is the sum or the addition that I have it in front of me, and if I would like to replicate the formula for the remaining cells as well, like this cell, this, I don't have to put this sum formula again. What I can do is, I can click on this cell, move to the extreme right hand side bottom till the time you see the plus sign. Can you see this plus sign which I'm moving across? When you see the plus sign, just put the plus sign towards the corner and click it. Okay, double click it. The moment you're going to double click it, it will automatically calculate the sum for remaining of the entries altogether. So you don't have to calculate the sum. So you can see that the moment I'm putting my mouse over here and I'm clicking on this cell, this is the formula that has been applied, sum J10 to M10, and for remaining entries you can see it is J11 till M11. So this function bar that you people can use in order to cross check whether the formula which has been applied is correct or not. Okay, so once again people, let me just show you the things quickly. In order to apply the same, you have to put is equal to. Every command in Excel is going to start from is equal to. Then you will be going on the left hand side top, you would be selecting sum from here, and then you have to select the range. So how you would be selecting the ranges? You will be clicking the first entry, and then you have to select the remaining entry up till test 4, and then you will hit enter, and then you're going to put the mouse till the time you see this cross or this plus sign, and then either you can drag it or you can double tap on it, and it will do the sum for remaining of the entries. So this was our sum function. Let's move on to the sheet 2 now. On the sheet 2, I will tell you how to calculate the maximum and the minimum. Now the minimum function that we use it in Excel is to calculate which is the minimum value from a given data set. Okay, similarly the maximum value or the maximum function is used to calculate which is the maximum value from a given data set. So let's calculate this maximum and minimum function simultaneously. So what we are going to do is we are going to select this cell, okay, and just for the practice purpose I've written in front of it that what I would like to calculate. So I would like to calculate the maximum. So as I've already said, my command is going to start from is equal to, and then again you people will go on the top, the left hand side, and then you have to select max. Okay, max is the entry which we are going to use it in order to calculate maximum. For minimum it is min. So I'm going to select max, and then I have to select the range. So let's say I'm selecting this to be the range. So up till starting from test 1 till test 4, tell me which is the maximum entry, and then I will hit enter. So you can see it, and it is telling me in this row starting from test 1 till test 4 the maximum value is 15, or the highest score is 15 altogether. So this entry that you people are seeing in front of you, it can be applied horizontally, vertically as well. Similarly, the sum function that we have done it previously, that can also be applied horizontally and vertically. Now the next function that we people have to learn is minimum. So what you will be doing is you will be again clicking is equal to, because in my Excel my command starts from is equal to. Again go on to the left hand side top, and then go to more function, because my minimum is not showing in the list. I will click on more function. The moment I click on more function, what I can do is I can go ahead and I can select my entry from here. Okay, so I would like to go ahead and select minimum. Minimum is MIN. So I need to select MIN. See, it's there. I would be selecting it, clicking on OK. Now it's giving me a range. You can keep it aside. I would be starting from this entry and I will be going up till here, and then I will hit enter. So you can see that the minimum entry which is there available in this list starting from here till here is 7. So let's do the max function once again. It's is equal to, go on to the left hand side top, select max. Once again push this table down, start from here till here, and then hit enter. So the maximum value is 17. Similarly, let's calculate the minimum. Is equal to, then go to the drop down over here, select minimum, pull this thing down, start from here till here, and then hit enter. So the minimum value is 14 over here from this range. So let's start from here. Again is equal to, I need to calculate the maximum from the upper top, select max. Okay, pull this thing down. Now select from here till here, hit enter. Again it is going to give me the maximum. Again is equal to, I need to calculate the minimum. I will go on the top, select it from here, pull this thing down. I'll start from here till here and hit enter. So my minimal value is 10. Okay, alright. So let's move on to the next function. So once again, let's do a quick recap. My minimum function is used to calculate the minimum of the value from a given data set, and my maximum function is used to calculate the maximum value from a given data set. I'll move on to the next function now, which is the average function. Again, we are going to utilize the Excel for that. This is the data set that I have it there in front of me. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the cell. I'm going to press is equal to from the keyboard, go down over here, select average, and then pull this thing down, start from here till test 4 and then hit enter. So this is your average, and then for remaining value I will not be calculating or putting the formula once again if it is the same formula which needs to be applied to every cell. So I will be moving to the right hand side bottom till the time I see this plus sign. Either I can drag it or I can double click it. So let's do the double click, and it will go ahead and it is going to replicate the formula to the remaining cells altogether. So you can see, if you want to cross check, you can see that this is my average formula and this is my average formula. Okay, so once again the average function is used to calculate the average of the given set, the data set which is present. Now let's move on to the next function now, people. I'm taking you to the next section, which is a LEN function. LEN function is used to calculate the number of characters in a particular cell. Once again I'm repeating, LEN function is used to calculate the number of characters in a particular cell. It also takes into consideration the space in between also. Okay, so let's utilize the LEN function. My formula is going to start from is equal to, then I can go either ways. Either I can go ahead and type in LEN, okay, function, select LEN, alright, or what I can do is, if you don't want to do like this, you can go over here, go to the more function, over here you can select LEN, okay, alright, so it is going to give you LEN. You can type it over here also straight away the command. So it is LEN, select OK, okay, and then you are going to select this text. So it will take into this consideration. I'm going to select this cell only because I need to know what are the number of characters, and I'll click on OK or hit enter from the keyboard. See, it is telling me that the number of characters are 7, but how? APPLE makes, APPLE is how many characters? 5 plus 1 is 6. So it is taking into consideration the space in between as well. That's how it is counting 7. So always the LEN function is going to take into consideration the space also. So please ensure that you understand that. Okay. Now if I want to replicate my function to the remaining values, what I can do is I can pull my cursor down near to the bottom and double click on it. It is going to calculate the LEN function. And one thing more that I need to tell you people is, sometime when I write down my entry in a specific cell, it gets hidden. Why? Because my word length is long. So what I can do is I can go on to the top, I can double click it, it can adjust it altogether. Okay, so once again LEN function is used to calculate the number of characters in a specific cell. Now let's go with the concatenate. Now concatenate function that we people normally use is to merge the entries of two specific cells. See, I have entry over here, I have entry over here, and then I can merge it down. So if I want to go ahead and use the concatenate function, what I can do is I can put is equal to, go on to the top upper left hand corner, go to the more function, over here you can type in concatenate. Okay, alright, it has selected it, and then I'm going to click alright, okay, over here, and then this and this. Okay, so when I'm going to select the entry, see, always remember it has to be this entry and this entry. So if you select this entry and this entry and hit enter, see, it is not giving me. The reason why is, so if I want this entry in a specific cell, please understand over here, it's going to be is equal to, then concatenate, after that bracket start, okay, my first text is this, alright, and then put a comma, and then comes the second text, this one, and then bracket close and enter. So you can see it over here people. So that is what I wanted to show you, because if you're going to use this formula from here, see, I'm going to do is equal to, I'm going to select concatenate. So this is my text one, alright, which has already come up. In concatenate function, when you're using this formula, always remember in between the two texts there has to be a comma. It will not be a range. We are not selecting a range, it has to be a comma. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this concatenate function. So it is better advice, rather than using it from here, what I can do is I can go ahead, put is equal to, and then I can type in concatenate, okay, bracket start, because then I have to put my entry. This is my first entry. Go over here, select it, comma, and then I have to select the second entry and then close and then hit enter. So you can see it over here. Here there is no space because one apple, now it is coming in one cell, but there is no space. So if you want to put the space in between as well, my formula will remain the same. However, after comma, you are going to do this. Alright, space, this, comma, and enter. Okay, once again people, please understand, if you want to put a space in between two characters, so this particular formula I can use it if I have the first name in one cell, last name in second cell, and if I want the first name and the last name to be in a single cell, I can go ahead and I can use it concatenate function also. So for concatenate, my formula is going to be is equal to concatenate, bracket start, my first entry is there in J9, comma, I need a space, then I will put bracket start, space, bracket close, and that is this, alright, and then again comma, and then the bracket close. So this is the inverted commas that we are going to put in. Okay, inverted comma start, inverted commas closed, and then over here. So if I want to replicate my formula to the remaining entries, what I can do it is I can go ahead, I can double click, and it is going to replicate the entries for remaining section as well. So once again people, the concatenate function that I have trained you today, this is to put in the entries in two different cells to one cell. Okay, alright. Now last but not the least, for today for you, we are going to use the trim function. Trim, as the name suggests, this has come from trimming. I mean, that means to remove the extra space. So sometime what happens is while typing the content in the Excel sheet, by mistake the space comes into picture. Alright, or sometime there is a double space as well, and I would like to remove the extra space which is there. So what I can do is I can use the trim function. So for trim formula, my function is going to start with is equal to, then it is always trim, okay, and then bracket start, hit the entry, bracket close, and enter. So you can see over here in this cell, before one there is a space, but when I've used the trim formula over here, that space is gone. So over here again after 2 there is a double space and then the apple word is written. If I want to use the trim function, what I can do is equal to, either you can type in trim, or as I've trained you today, you can go from the upper left corner, go to more function, over here in this box write down trim and then click on go. Okay, alright, so I can use the trim function. I simply have to select the cell entry and then I would hit enter. So this is how it's going to do it. Similarly again is equal to, then I'm going to select trim function, I'm going to select the cell and then I will hit OK. So now the extra space is gone, or whichever was the extra space by mistake it is typed in, that has gone altogether. Now let's do a quick revision everyone. So today what I've done is I've trained you on what are the various formatting that you can do it with your data which is there. You can change the font style, change the font size, change it into bold, italics or underline. The table, if I want to give it a specific highlighting, I can do it from here. I can select it from here. If I want to change the cell color, it would be from here. And if I want to change the text color, it is going to be from here. This is for the alignment of the data, left align, center line, right align. And this is in regards to the alignment. And then I have wrap text and then I have merge and center. Okay, alright, so what we did today was sum function. Sum function is for addition. So what we are going to do is equal to, I'm going to select sum from here, then I have to select a range and then you will click on enter. Second one that we did today was minimum and maximum. Again the formula is for maximum is equal to max, select the range, hit enter, it is going to give it to you. My formula for minimum is equal to minimum, select the range, then hit enter. Okay, this is how it is going to give it to you. Then my next is average function. So for average function, it's going to be like is equal to average, and then I have the range, and then you have to hit enter. Okay, all right. So then my next formula that I have trained you today is LEN function. LEN is used to calculate the number of characters in one specific cell. So it is going to be is equal to LEN, and then hit the cell and then hit enter. It is going to give you the number of characters. One more thing, very important in LEN function, it also takes into account the space in between also. Next one that we did today is concatenate. Concatenate is to bring entries in two different cells into a single cell. So my formula is going to be is equal to concatenate, bracket start, my first cell, comma, inverted comma start, space, inverted comma close, if I want a space in between the two characters, because definitely if I'm trying to put the first name and the last name in one cell, I would like a space in between also. So this is how it's going to do it. Then I'm going to select the second cell and then close the bracket, hit enter. Okay, and the last but not the least is trim. Trim function, as the name suggests, is for trimming out extra spaces. My formula is going to be is equal to trim, select the cell, bracket close, and this is how we are going to do it. So people, my humble request to everyone is, we have learnt various functions today, so it's my humble advice, please try and practice these things, because it's very important, people. Till the time you will not be giving on hands-on practice on Excel, then the things will not be clear to you. So please go ahead and practice all these commands that we have trained you on today. And towards the end, I would like to suggest everyone, for more of the sessions coming your way, please subscribe to Cherub Teaching Center. You can reach me on Instagram at cherub.teaching.center. You can reach me on Facebook on Cherub Teaching Center. And if you want to reach me on Microsoft Teams, it's going to be Cherubian. So that's all that I have it for you people today. Thank you very much. We'll be coming up with more sessions on MS Excel. Thank you.